my people. Dang.
Oh, you got great.
You never tell me you start recording. So that's
Because it's the element of surprise.
What cup do you want?
Surprise!
This thing?
I guess. No, I want my weekend mug. My question for the people is, do y'all have a weekend mug? Like a mug that you specifically drink your coffee from on the weekends? Or am I just neurotic? No, you don't answer that question. I have weekend mugs that I don't use during the week because it feels wrong. It just like feels wrong. I can't drink from this during the week.
Yeah, that's true. She does not.
My mom got me this and it says away from my desk on the inside. So like it tells me, no bitch, don't think about work. I don't think about work when I'm not working. I can't, it'll drive me insane.
I personally do not have a weekend mug. I need a mug to drink coffee out of.
That's the kind of mug you have.
I have favorite mugs. I have 3 favorite mugs. So
Pulp Fiction, Thanos was right.
Yep.
And the South Beach one?
Yep. And it's because of the size
in that
more
order.
than anything. Shut up.
I didn't say nothing.
No, I can hear you.
You can hear my
your thoughts.
Good morning.
Good morning. We had a very a very full weekend this weekend.
It's been a full. Can we get the coffee poured up and then we'll discuss?
I can't pick that coffee up, man.
Are your arms sore?
No.
Oh, I thought you were serious. Warm. It's cold today. Today is Labor Day. Had all plans and intentions of going to the beach with the little one, and we can't do that because it's fucking cloudy and it's like not even 70 degrees. It's kind of cold. Cold for the weather we've been having. You know, it's not Michigan cold, but it's
like if we
summertime
had
cold.
Power outage heat, the beach would have been perfect.
What?
Power outage heat. When the power was out, it was hot.
Oh right, yeah.
If we had that, would have been okay. But
that'd have been great. It was sunny every day during that. It was hot, but no. Now it's not warm enough to do anything, and it's cloudy and disgusting outside.
It's terrible.
Drab, very drab.
But we're gonna find some other things to do.
Thank you for the coffee.
You're
Oh,
welcome,
that's
baby.
perfect.
Yes.
Oh, don't you love when you just pour the perfect amount of creamer in your coffee, and it just tastes like heaven.
I knew you were gonna say heaven.
No, I was gonna say something fucked up.
Oh man.
I'll edit that out. That was too much. That's too out of pocket. You guys should count the number of times I've been out of pocket on this series. We might.
Hey, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say we might have a little special guest appearance today. We don't know. She's sleeping still. It's noon.
Dude, she's not out.
out.
She had a busy weekend.
I feel like she'll hear us talking and laughing, and she'll come running down here, and then maybe want to be a part
She's
of
gonna
it.
pick around the corner and be like,
Yeah, she'll
and say,
slowly
no.
creep down the stairs. But yeah, so that might happen. But other than that, it's episode 10.
We back.
It's episode 10. This is our 10th episode of 2 Exposures, please. Thank you for joining us for 10 episodes if you have. Or maybe this is the first episode you're seeing. That's cool too. Well, I mean, whatever floats your boat.
As long as you guys are having laughs and enjoying this.
Yeah, just have fun.
That's all.
Enjoy our content because we're making it for you. So let's get into what we did this weekend, or rather what Chris did yesterday. Let's go. Where did we go?
Yesterday, Funk Wagon.
Funk Wagon is where I want to be.
All right, we performed at Arts, Beats, and Eats. It was my first time performing there, and I'm gonna tell you, it was
Soaring
a
Eagle.
blast.
Arts, Beats, and Eats in Royal Oak. Shout out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gotta give the full name.
Gotta give the full name, and I'm bad at that.
For the AI.
So yeah,
robots.
shout out to Aaron for making that happen. Dom and Celeste did her thing. Mark and Connor did their thing. Shandu Akeem and myself on drums and percussion. It was just an amazing night.
It was great.
Yeah.
And they sounded amazing. Phenomenal.
That was one of the places I always wanted to play at, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
See, I feel like you never mentioned that to me before. Was this just like a secret dream?
It was something in here like, man, if I could ever get to play at Arts Pizza Leeds.
Like this just desire that you've always had.
Yes. It wasn't like, I'm gonna go back in the past if that's okay.
Go wherever you want to go.
It wasn't like Ann Arbor Summerfest.
We on a magic carpet, baby.
I played that with another band, and we played on a small stage.
Which one?
Which band?
What did you just say? Sorry,
Ann
I talked right
Ann
over
Arbor Summerfest. Silly self.
Top of the Park.
Top of the Park. Ann Arbor Summerfest.
I don't know why they call it Top of the Park. Side note. It's got two names. Oh.
Ann Arbor Summerfest, Top of the Park. And I played on the smaller stage with a different band.
Yeah.
And I saw the big stage and was like, I want to play on that big stage.
I'm going to do that.
And guess what?
And you did that.
Played on that big stage. Twice.
And guess who accompanied you both times? Me.
And guess who got proposed to on the second time?
Me.
Guess who got bills to pay?
What's wrong with you?
No, but just, I think we spoke on it a few episodes ago.
What?
Manifesting.
Yes, manifesting your reality. We talked about it a few episodes ago. I think it was 2 episodes ago. We were in the car and just like rambling about. We sounded like some fucking like inspirational.
We did.
Motivational.
We were selling our inspirational tapes.
Yeah. 5-1 now. But no, it's true, and like you literally, you're the epitome of manifesting your reality. You spoke it into your existence.
We've done that
You
quite
said,
a bit.
I'm gonna do that, and then you did that. You know what? Now that I think about it, I did that too, with fire performing. Because when we first started dating, I was not a fire performer by any means. I had seen fire performers, and I was like, oh, dude, that's so like those people are so cool. Like I worked at a festival. It was the one and only festival I've performed at. If you heard our first episode, you know, you'll understand why. But it was a beginner festival. Like it was the first time, it was the only time that this festival happened. So it was just kind of like, they just didn't have budget to pay the flow artists, whatever. I was a new performer. Like I had never performed on a stage. Like I think I'd only done like maybe 2 gigs so far, but I was like, I really enjoyed hooping and I wanted to do that. So anyways, I was performing at this event but there were also fire performers there and I was just in awe. And this was, I think 2018. And I was just fucking amazed by these fire performers. And I was like, those people are so cool. Like they were just badass. And I was like, I came home and I was telling him, I'm like, I'm gonna do that. Like I'm going to start spinning fire. And
I said, no, you're not. Over my dead body. No.
First of all, father. Ew. No, but it's true. And then I said I was gonna do it, and then I fucking did it. I was like,
told her to do it.
I was like, I will start performing with fire, and then I started performing with fire.
What did I tell you when you said you wanted to do that?
I don't know.
Do you remember? No?
Don't burn yourself.
Yep, pretty much.
What'd you say?
I said, do it. Just be careful and don't set yourself on fire.
Yeah. I'm fine. I got a couple of scars, but like that's just the price you pay. It's the what's the word? It's the comes with the territory. Yeah, I've sustained not injuries, but definitely some minor burns. Everybody always asks me that. Wait, don't take a sip.
Yeah, I've suffered a couple of injuries.
Have you?
Yeah.
But do people ask you that? Because drumming isn't like what you think of as dangerous. So does anyone ever come up to you and they're like, hey man, you ever hurt yourself playing drums?
No one ever asked that. And drummers, y'all know y'all be hurting yourselves.
That's funny.
It's the snare and the finger in between the stick. Wow. Right on the snare. How many of y'all did it? I want to know.
Well, it's funny because I feel like, people, that like singing is strenuous on your vocal cords, but do people run up to singers and be like, oh my God, do you ever like lose your voice? Or like, do you ever have, I don't know, it's like the first thing people ask me.
You ever burn yourself?
You ever burn yourself? It's so, kids especially, they'll say it like while I'm performing and I'm like, I can't answer you right now, but I'll talk to you after.
I'm morbid because I'd be like, you ever set yourself on fire?
No, people think that that's a thing. It's like, you can't really just set yourself on fire unless you've doused yourself in fuel. In which case, why did you do that?
Can you tag that video where the guy set his whole face on fire?
I just saw that again, like yesterday.
Dude, what were you thinking?
Oh man, it's funny. It's just this is why you don't. PSA: do not play with fire if you're not a trained professional.
Please don't.
Thank you. If you would like to learn, talk to me. I'll help you find the resources. I'll help you myself. whatever. I'll do whatever I can do to keep you from hurting yourself because you're only given one body, and if you fucking destroy it being stupid, well, you've played a stupid game and you've won a stupid prize. PSA over.
Oh my gosh.
But really, like, if you want to learn how to spin fire, come talk to me. Let's do it. I'll do it with you. It's fun.
I'm still stuck on the injury thing. There's one more injury.
You've had, you're me or
No,
you?
on the drums.
I've also, okay, go ahead.
How many drummers have whacked themselves in the face with a stick?
Have you done that?
Man, dude. Wow, just like, why? Chris, keep your sticks down, bruh.
No, I think my favorite injury, that sounds morbid, but my favorite story of an injury for you is when you played the Shaka Khan song.
Up, dog.
This man was playing the Shaka Khan song, and his calf muscle, I don't even know what
Locked
happened.
up, the calf locked
Is
up.
it like a Charlie horse?
Yes, man.
This
And I
dude-
kept playing through the song, and I had after that song, I had to get off the drums.
He got off the drums and was limping around the stage. He was like, he called in another drummer.
David Ward
From,
came
like,
and played.
What band was he playing with?
Oh, shucks. It was
Spaticle
just
Bob.
that's it.
Spaticle Bob. Yeah, he called
He
in
looked
the
at me
other
like,
drummer.
well, I was like, dog, I can't play. I gotta go. I gotta rub this out.
Ding! Chris is out of pocket. Oh man, that was funny.
At the Blind Pig, yes.
Yeah, I sustained, and it was an actual injury when I was hula hooping, and I told the story recently. Did I tell the story on this podcast?
I don't think so.
And I was
She just told me the story, and I was dying.
Yeah, and I told this story to somebody at practice or something recently. But anyways, I was hula hooping a few years ago, and I was trying to do this thing where, like, you have the hoop on your foot, and you toss it up in the air from your foot, and then you catch it on the other foot. So you have to, like, jump onto your other foot after you throw it. So basically, I did this on concrete with no shoes on, like a dummy. And when I jumped down to catch the hoop, I hyperextended my knee and I tore my few ligaments. My
ACL,
my
MCL,
no.
PCL.
LCL and PCL. They were partially torn. It wasn't like completely torn on any of them, but it was partially torn. So I couldn't put any weight down on it. I literally couldn't walk on it. But didn't need surgery, thankfully. Could have been much worse. I've heard and seen people who have fucked themselves up way worse than that. Like, had to get surgery and everything just from hula hooping. But, what? Why are you looking at me like that? You went like this.
Have you attempted that maneuver?
Nope. Nope. Here's the thing. I'm glad you asked that because it's funny. When I burn myself, like when I'm doing fire stuff, well, for one, it's never anything crazy. It's usually like the hoop wicks. Like if you can see, you can't really
You
see
can't
this guy.
see.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
you
there
can.
it is.
Yep.
Like so the wick or the like stem of the wick is metal and it will burn you if it comes down in the wrong way. So like I've burned myself here and there and it's never anything crazy. So I just keep doing the things that I do. But that particular hoop move where I tore my fucking shit apart, I've never tried it again since then.
Do you know why you haven't tried it?
What was that?
Man,
Was that a
somebody's
motorcycle?
motorcycle. Do you
Did
know why you haven't tried it again?
Because it was scary.
It was scary. Do you have desire to try it again? You're just like, nope.
Not at all.
No?
I don't
Okay.
see the benefit in me
Okay.
learning that move.
Because when you injure yourself like that, your brain instantly thinks, don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
And if you attempt to do it, your body won't cooperate because your brain's like, no.
And
what
then,
you did last
and then
time?
when and then you're gonna half-ass it on accident. You're gonna like subconsciously not give it your all, and then you're gonna fucking hurt yourself again. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's how it was when I played basketball. Don't do that, Chris.
Ooh.
Remember what happened with that ankle?
Do you feel like that about drumming though, like the Shaka Khan song? Because every time that song comes up, the
I'm
band
mad.
laughs at him, and I laugh in the
But
audience.
in my defense, I had just played an
I
hour
always
before.
see Mark look at you and laugh. He's like, "Here we go."
But I've gotten better. But I played an hour before with Midnight. And
What?
then I played with Midnight Mercedes.
Oh, that same
and
night,
then
yeah.
so
Yeah, you
I
played
was
for a
I
long
was
time.
worked. But look, I'm rubbing my calf right now just thinking
It's
about
like
it because it
phantom
hurt
pains.
so bad. But no, I haven't had that problem since.
Okay, we veered into like injury talk.
did.
I don't know how that happened,
We did.
but I want to go back to the manifesting
Yes.
discussion because I had kind of like a little subtopic of that. Not really from that, but so you manifested your dreams as we discussed,
There's
and
still more to come. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, and you put it out there and you made it happen. And I have a question for you. Do you ever feel like you don't deserve to be there?
Ooh.
Because imposter syndrome is fucking real, and I want to talk about it.
Do I ever feel that I don't belong, or like I didn't belong at RSBC?
Like, yes.
You know what? I'm not being arrogant, but nah, we earned that.
That's hot.
We earned that.
Have you ever felt that at any gig or like any venue or like you just look around and you think maybe like, I don't know. Because it comes with like comparisons and.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
No, we deserve that, and we fit in perfectly. We were not an easy act to follow up, and that's what I liked.
Okay.
Now I have played at some places, and I was like, they don't deserve us. Like, it was bad. I was
right?
like, you remember? You know what I'm thinking of?
No.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
And I was just like, and they were just like.
That was sad.
I said, dude,
a dead crowd.
I'm ready to go home.
Sidebar. A dead crowd to a performer is like.
If you want to see the energy drained from someone instantly, play in front of a dead crowd. It's just.
If you're in the audience at any type of entertainment, any type of show, musician, whatever it is, if you want to have a good time, you need to portray that. You need to cheer them on. Unless they're terrible, but like y'all weren't terrible.
We was killing it.
So just cheer them on, hype them up, and they will give you the best show ever that they could possibly give you. Like, it doesn't matter what the weather is like or if they're getting paid a lot. It's like none of that will matter to them because you're there hyping them up.
We feed off that energy.
We feed off of it. So if I'm like in the freezing cold and there's like one person in the crowd and they're just staring at me like this, because they're also cold and having a bad time, I'm not gonna give them my all. But if it's that one person out in the crowd and they're like, oh my god, this is so cool, and they're like clapping and cheering, I'm gonna fucking do all the cool, I'm gonna pull every trick out of my bag that I got because I want them to have a good time, and that's what I was hired to do. And like, it's like a two-way street. But
I mean, as a performer, even if it's one person they do, you have to look like you doing the thing. But on the inside, it's just like, this is terrible. But you keep going.
Yeah.
You keep going. I actually take the opportunity to try new things.
Very true.
Because at that point,
it's like, fuck it.
I don't care.
Right, fuck it. Who cares?
I'm going to have fun one way or the other.
Yeah. That was a huge sidebar though, but let's go back to
manifest,
the topic at hand was imposter syndrome. So, did you have any more thoughts on that? Or did I steamroll that into a completely different direction?
No, because imposter syndrome, you mean trying to imitate somebody else?
No. I mean, okay, so like there are times where I felt like, okay, like for example, when I teach, I have wanted to apply to certain events, and I'm like, when I see the other people who are teaching and the like levels that they're at, I'm like, I don't even belong on that list of people. You know what I mean? Like, and I start to like feel like I'm not good enough.
You're
but then
an imposter.
I'm an imposter.
Gotcha.
Like, I really don't know as much as these other people, and I don't deserve to be on the same like roster as them.
I don't think anybody.
Is roster the word?
I don't think anybody should ever think that way.
I know that you shouldn't. I mean, logically, of course, but like it's just a feeling that I feel like is common. I know a lot of people who have struggled with that or constantly struggle with it. You're not one of those people?
I mean, oh man,
Told you it was gonna be heavy.
Oh man, I've not had that feeling of
wow.
because
good for you.
Here's the thing, even with AFC,
you're lying.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Remind me of
you have told me that you've wanted to go to drum clinics, but
you
won't.
Okay.
Why?
That's dog. Okay. I want to go to drum clinics so bad. So
Explain
bad.
what that is, because clinic sounds medical.
It's where you go and you learn from these great drummers, and in that crowd watching are other great drummers. Mm-hmm. Their solos are magnificent. They paradiddle and single strokes and all the crazy stuff. It's ridiculous.
It's all jargon to anyone who's not a drummer. I don't know what you're talking about.
Drum solos. When they break, I'm about to break down for them. When they break the music and the drummers dun, 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 and starts getting more aggressive and going ham by itself, just all over the kid.
With no beat
With
behind
no beat.
you.
He
That's
is the
hard.
so, and they come back, and they all together. I can't do that.
Yet.
That's my vice.
Follow
I can't
that
do
up
that yet. I've been working on it. But I won't go to a drum clinic because of that. I don't feel like I fit in. And also, I was kind of mentally groomed that way that you're not good enough to fit in with those drummers.
Ooh.
You're not good enough. Get off the drums. You can't play drums.
Ooh.
So
That's
I got to get past that mental wall, that mental block that you're not good enough.
Yeah. Well, see, that's imposter syndrome. You
Yeah,
feel like you're not good enough,
and
whether it's your own doing or whether you were conditioned that way because of prior experiences. But either way, you still feel like you're not good enough. When in reality, anyone who knows you or has ever heard you play would encourage you to go do that because you're amazing. But you're still making that comparison, like, I'm not good enough yet. But you are.
I look
It's
at
the
Aaron.
imposter syndrome. Huh?
I look at Aaron, he'll be like, drum solo. I'll be like,
Your
this is me on
solos-
drums.
Your drum solos
I
are
don't
good.
want no solo.
That drives me nuts. But you get better with practice, so the more that you do them, the better you'll get. If you always
true.
avoid them like the fucking plague, you're never gonna feel confident in them. You're gonna have a couple sloppy drum solos until you get in your bag.
I need the music to drop out, and then I'll feel better. Because if I mess up, the only person who knows I messed up is me.
That's not true. If you fuck up a drum
Maybe
solo,
you.
I feel like the audience can
Maybe.
tell if it's like if you somehow are like way off beat or like something happens.
But
That
I am
sounds
the beat,
bad.
and I can just bring it back.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Drop out.
But don't really stay in school.
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that bad.
You see?
That's my, yes, I'm glad you brought that up.
Thank you. I didn't mean to just like, call you out publicly,
Mm-mm.
but I feel like it's real
As a band, I wasn't thinking that way, but as a
solo
yes,
performer.
man.
Because that's when you're most vulnerable. I mean, when you're performing with a band, you got a whole team up there, you got a squad. But like when it's just you and only you, I mean, that's how I feel a lot of times because I'm just performing by myself. Not always, but like it's usually like me and then another person will perform and then me or like whatever.
I've seen you do the thing. You are people.
Thank you.
You just.
Thank you. But yeah, I feel like it's something that people don't talk a lot about because it's like this weird thing where logically like I should not be comparing myself that way. It's not healthy, and I know that deep down I've put in the work, I've put in the time. I deserve to do this, like teach at this event or perform at this event or whatever. And you still kind of like there's this little voice in the back of your head that's like, not yet. You're not there yet. What?
The little voice in my head say, "Don't fuck up."
Dang.
Chris, don't fuck up.
I feel like it's a lot easier for me to play off if I fucked up. Like if I dropped my prop, it's very obvious, but you can recover from it by like dancing over to it or like making it part of like the act. Whereas if you're, a musician,
You better hope you have a happy accident.
happy accidents are great because you can discover like a whole new thing that you never would have thought of. I've done that so many times where it's like, ooh, I didn't mean to catch my hoop that way, but now it kind of works and it flows into this other thing or whatever.
Yep. Oh, you want me to share mine?
Yeah, you're looking at me like you're ready.
Oh, man. Okay, look. Party Like AFC.
Oh God.
Why
is it called that?
I can't remember, but that was one of my favorite bands. It was my first band. It was fun. And we were doing one particular song, and I dropped my stick on the tom, and it went doom, 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 doom. And I just followed up with it.
Oh, yeah.
And we actually kept it in the song and recorded
That's
because
a
it
hit for a
sounded
song.
so magnificent. And it was an accident that the stick fell, bounced off the tom in my hand, and my next reaction was hit that other tom, hit that other tom. Keep doing it. And it was just like, oh my God, this is so, man. Oh, yeah.
You did
Happy
that in the
accident.
recording studio?
Mhm.
Oh, that's kind of
I
dope.
dropped it at a live show.
Oh, okay.
Kodo was like, bro, that was sick. I said, it was an accident. And then we just kept it, man. It was great.
That's funny.
That's all. That's my happy accident.
That's the
I
only
didn't
one?
pee my pants.
You wouldn't be happy about that, would you?
I had to pee yesterday. I almost peed my pants on
Only
stage.
the cool kids pee their pants. I don't have any like noteworthy happy accidents. It's just I feel like it's just a fun phenomenon that happens as an artist. Like whether you're writing and you like took it in a different direction and it worked, or like you're I don't know creating a video and you accidentally edited the wrong clips together and it kind of made it funnier or like whatever. It's funny, I feel like the more that we talk about creativity and things like that, the more I forget that a huge thing that I do now is I make videos. Like, I mean, I took a pretty long break from like the vlog type of stuff, but it's one of my favorite creative endeavors is video editing. I just like it. It's fun. I don't do anything super fancy, but I enjoy it.
I will hear her editing the videos, dying laughing. It's just like, what are you doing? You'll see it later. You'll see it later. And I'm like, I want to know now. And when I see the final product, man, I'm in tears. It's
because
just so funny.
You need to see it all at once to get the full effect. And like, you can't see it until it's done. But it's like, just trust me, it's just comedic.
Ugh, chef's kiss. Nah.
You don't like chef's kiss?
No. Nah.
Why is the dog being weird?
Because the dog's weird. And you look what you did.
What are you doing? Come here.
Look what you did.
Come say hi. Come say good morning. Oh, hi. Oh, no.
Oh.
She's slippery. She's sliding on the floor. Her poor nails. We have no carpet in this house, and she is just sliding all over the place. Like a train wreck. Now her hair is floating in my coffee. Gotta save it.
That's good for you. It's a little hair of the dog in the morning.
A little protein. It's true.
I had something else I wanted to ask you, but I don't remember what it was. Manifesting. What have you?
Oh, we're back to that.
Yeah, where I want to know. You know, what are some events or venues you're looking to manifest into existence?
That I want to manifest. Yeah.
While you think about that, we actually did that for a vacation too.
Oh, we did.
Sure did.
Yeah. No, we did that with the house.
We did it with the house and we did it with the vacation. We wrote it on the board.
Vacation? Which
yes,
vacation?
Miami.
We did?
We wrote that on the board and then it happened.
Yeah. We're like, okay, our goal is we need to save this much money. And we did that. And it's funny because when we did that with the house, it's like there's no fucking way.
Dog.
There's just absolutely no way that we'll get there. Like it was laughable what the goal was. And then it happened by the magic of the universe. And yeah. We made it happen. We wrote it up on our little whiteboard and we made it happen. And I also was discouraged because the housing market fucking sucked. Which I think we kind of talked about this in a video, but like still it was bad and I was like
we actually did pretty well.
I started to fall into the like it's just probably not going to happen this year. But then I'm like no, I want to say it's going to happen so that it happens, and it did. We got so lucky.
Yeah.
We went back and forth with like I was really positive and you were really negative, and then we would switch. You were being really positive and I was like, fuck this, it's not gonna fucking happen.
When I got negative, boy, I got negative. I was just
we
like,
both
you know
did.
what?
I had several breakdowns, but
Let's
it was
just sign this lease with these people.
No. The problem for me was the whole like mortgage company, like dealing with getting quotes and shopping around, and like it was just very stressful because I was doing all this while I was trying to work my full-time job, and it just felt like I was constantly jumping through hoops. The squirrel. My mom said she wanted to see the clip of the squirrel.
There's two of them now. Then this is a family.
Look at him shaking his little tail. He's calling his buddy over.
He's about to jump on the garage.
Can you see? Do you see what I
Watch.
see? Oh, we did it. I hope you got it. I hope we got it. I hope you can see that.
He always does that.
It was probably not pointed anywhere close to the right direction. Why you got it so?
Because that's where it was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was lined up with the door.
Oh, look at that. Continuity. You're getting good.
She taught me a lot. Pretty soon I'll be editing these videos.
Let's not go that far.
There'll be a lot of sound effects and a lot of
Absolutely not. No.
The house, Miami.
All
Write your goals down.
And now
Write them down.
we're doing that with our wedding that we're planning.
Yep.
We need to get the board back out and write it down.
Do.
I mean, we've written it down on paper, but like, what?
Nothing.
Oh.
What else? The other thing we need to do is put our Cash App, our Venmo, our Zelle on here and ask for donations.
No, but
Yes.
but we would like to make this an actual podcast, and
Oh, definitely.
we would prefer to have like some good sound equipment, or at least a microphone, so you could hear us and not the dog eating her food. That was obnoxious. She's over here. But so maybe we'll throw a little Cash App situation out there, and if anyone wants to throw 50 cents our way,
Yeah.
it'll add up, and we could potentially get some microphones and maybe make this a real podcast, because we recorded sound on his phone for one episode.
Yeah, and we didn't do it again.
And we fucked up, but we'll figure that out.
If you got any tips or anything on sound, video quality, send that as well.
Yeah.
Maybe we got the stuff here and just need to.
What stuff?
Maybe something we can do with this phone.
I can't because I'm recording the video on the phone.
I got a phone.
I could, so I have GarageBand, and it has good audio recording, decent audio recording, but like, again, it's on my phone.
Yeah.
I have it on my laptop, but I don't really want to have my laptop sitting here while I don't know. We'll
Pretty
figure it
soon
out.
we'll have a whole studio set and we can have all that stuff.
We will.
And 2 cameras where I'm
manifesting.
sitting across
We
from
can
you.
go back and forth.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I want.
But I still like talking to the
I do
people,
too, but you know.
looking at them and, you know.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, we need 3 cameras then.
Yeah, we do. And we also need some suggestions from y'all about topics.
Any topic.
Tell
it doesn't
us-
have to be about creativity. I'll take
It
any
should
topic. 'cause
be about.
some topics can just turn funny.
Well, yeah, but that was the chair, I swear. It just got a squeaky. We gotta keep it focused in some aspect. We can't just be going all over the rails. Like, well, I'm not gonna do an episode about politics. Fuck off.
No, do not. No.
No,
Don't do that.
no.
We don't want none of that.
So, but
I will
hear
do an
you.
episode on coffee. No, I won't.
We could do an episode about coffee.
Yes, okay. That brought something to my mind. I'm gonna have to tell her later. We'll put this in another episode. I ain't gonna talk about it now.
Okay, cool.
Sorry. That's just a note for myself.
Got it. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. It's been real as fuck. Episode 10 of 2 Exposures, please. That was like 30. What are you, James Brown?
Yeah, I'm deducting money from people.
Enjoy your rest of your coffee if you have some left. It's probably cold by now, like mine is getting, but that's just the way I live my life. It's chaos. My coffee's always cold.
I live my life a cup of coffee at a time.
Are we saying goodbye, or are you just being Vin Diesel again?
You almost had me.
Bye. Thanks for
You
hanging
never
out.
had your
Goodbye.
car. Peace.